Hello guys, this is going to be my first video regarding my website that I've been building for the past 2 months or so. Um, Baseball, home runs, hits, strikeouts, stolen bases. That's the gist. But I feel like I need help with somebody more, somebody with better expertise. So I'm hoping I can make this video somebody with baseball knowledge, not just from watching, but actually playing that can help me make this a better site. So with this video, I'm just going to run through everything that I've created within the site, and hopefully somebody could share their opinions so I can make it much better. So from the jump, this is just the scheduled games. Um, the layout is I've tried to make it easy but more informative. So yeah, so as soon as you click a game, it'll show you who's playing, what field they're playing in, the weather, and the HR environment. So I've got it to say whether it's a hitter park, a pitcher's park, or in the middle. Um, then in terms of the park, I've got it to factor in what it takes for a ball leaving the park to be considered a home run. So it has to reach 325 feet, I think minimum. It better be minimum. Left field, and then 405 center, 325 right field. I've then got it to give me a projected outcome of the game. So it's telling me to lean towards White Sox. Yeah. And then the stats for the pitchers, moderate 63, which is okay. Hittable, but okay. All the data necessary, apart from them two, don't know why. Then it will show you which hand, right hand, left hand type batter is most dangerous to this pitcher, and then it'll show you how much home runs they've had hit from that type of batter. But whenever I look at it, it normally just looks similar to the right hand batter's profile, so I'm never too sure. But so I would more look at him, Slade, as it's showing more um vulnerability. And this is their projected lines, and this is their Arsenal. So usually when you get I don't want to say bad picture, but most of this will be red and orange, and then the game should excuse me, the game should result in multiple home runs if that's the case. Then the lineup card, all the confirmed batters that are playing, and then this will show the home run score out of 100. So Till's ranking the lowest here. Well, Cooper, which I've never seen before, is ranking the lowest with 5, which I've never seen before. And then the percentage is the home run likeliness. That will just show me how many home runs they've had um, in the previous games. Then I've got the reads. The reads, typically I've made it pick me one batter from each team that are the likeliest to get a home run. And then as of yesterday, I've built a victim profile. So Colson has a partial victim profile, 48 out of 100, whereas Manzardo has a strong victim profile, 80 out of 100. And what that is a pitcher has um, a batter has hit a home run over this pitcher, and that batter or multiple batters have the same or similar stats as Manzardo. So batters previous to Manzardo have similar data to Manzardo, which gives him a strong victim profile, which technically the pitcher is the victim. So, but we'll ignore that. So Coulson is ranking higher with 100, but typically what I've seen is the second read hits more, and they'll be like 70 to 90 score wise. But yeah, and then you'll have all their stats here, and then the HR threats by team. So these are the top threats, and there's a few, and there usually is a few, and it'll show their stats like the barrel, the probability, the hard hit, the fly ball, the blast. That's launch angle, OPS, yeah. And then you come down to full rankings. Uh, Before we get to full rankings, I've got it so once again the park is the factor, and it will show me details about the park and where it ranks in terms of home runs. And it's 20th, and that's probably why it's neutral. And then the full rankings, this is in relation to the victim profile. So Andrews has the most similar data in regards to other batters who have hit a home run off of this picture. And then Paul Barrel, Vargas. This is long shot where Montgomery shouldn't really be. But whoever has the lowest long shot score typically tends to hit a home run. I'll explain that more another day, but you can read that. It's about a gap within their profile where I kind of back tested some home runners who their stats weren't that great, but they were still hitting home runs. And that's what it's basically built off. Bat speed, pull air, you know, and then versus the pitcher, this will say if they've hit a home run off of that pitcher, last 16 OPS, and then I built overlap, which I will explain. If I click Vargas, it will show where Vargas has hit home runs, what zones he's hit a home run, and where he has hit the home run more, what zone. And then where Slade has, or where the pitcher has had a home run hit off of them, where they've flown the ball. And then their sweet spot is where they typically throw the ball and get contact off. So whether it's a home run or a hit. And then the blue outline is what I've put as a diamond zone where multiple overlap. So all three overlap for Vargas. And then this should show he's hit 5 home runs off a foam seam ball, 5 home runs off a sinker, 2 off a changeup, and the pitchers had 4 seam balls, which have resulted in a home run. And then another thing I built is to compare. So if you go through, so like this is the lowest strike rate, the platoon, the pull percentage, fly ball, blast, hard hit, barrel, slug, ISO, all of that. So let's say, let me do hard hit. Let's say Andrew, Coulson, and Vargas are all ranking high. I then compare them, and then let me throw in Sam. And it will show me out of the 4, Vargas is the best. So as long as everything else is lining up, I would say Vargas. and then at the bottom is the other team, and then the flag, I can't remember what it means. Yeah, well, that's what it means. Top long shot. So ceiling, the gap, the data, power threat. And it's not, the flag isn't rare. Sometimes it will be on multiple batters. And the eyes are obviously just to watch. Sometimes they do go. And then the fire emoji. There's the eyes, the electric symbol, and the fire is all from Claude. I didn't um request that or suggest it, but yeah. And then basically conclusion of the game. Best bets, Colson Montgomery. Yeah. And then top picks, which shouldn't take that long to load, but tends to sometimes. It will show me the best picks to choose for a home run with the explanation, and even saying that the the highest pick is Liam Hicks and he didn't even go. So that says a lot. And then what it will do for me is if I wanted to pick three batters to go, it would do the three, same with two, and so on. And then diamond picks, in regards to what I said when I was explaining the overlap, is it will show me all the batters that have the diamond profile, and they should be the best to go, which I like. One, two, three. I like these top three. Dingler's been hit and miss. William, hit and miss. And then the same with parlay pairs. I want to say maybe once or twice it's been very accurate with like the first pair, and then every pair after that has been like one out of the two would go. So even this is bad. I would have, me personally, I would have done Montgomery and Caminero as a pair, but it explains why they're a pair, and I'm going to guess it's because they're the two highest. And yeah, and then we got home run tracker, which I built the home run tracker for it to learn off of, but I don't think it's learning. And then bases should load up quick. It will show base threats for, so it would do, normally does two. So if it's likely, if it's blue, one base. If it's orange, two bases. And then red, it's three bases. But I need to narrow that down. So out of 149 base threats, it should only technically be showing me the elite ones, which even 43 is a lot. But then again, well, yeah, 43 is a lot. We got, especially when there's only 9 games. And then stolen bases, which I tend to ignore, only because when I first built the stolen bases, it was nowhere near accurate, and then I built it to tell me who's actually stolen a base. Um, so yeah, it would always tell me. But yeah, hit list. Right, with hit list, it will show the best hitters for a single, for a double, and for triples. Triples is great because I don't want to say it's not really rare, but I tend to ignore triples and then stick to singles. And then if they rank high, like 86, I'll be involved. 77, that's fine. So like 70 and upwards. Anything below is like, they're probably going to in play outs, strikeouts, walked. I have built a walk. Should have shown a walk risk as well. Let me check. None here. Okay, there's no walk risk, but there's normally a yellow triangle next to a batter, and it will say they're at risk of being walked. That I built because I think I had somebody for a home run and they got walked. So I built that. And then Pitcher K's, one of my favorite tabs. When I first built this tab, it was very accurate. Every picture, what it projected them to do, they done. So yeah, that was a great night. And then it will show you which batters are at risk of being struck out. But I more tend to focus on the actual pitcher strikeout. Yeah. And then if I want to build something like hits, mix it up like a hit and a strikeout, like a batter to get a single and be struck out, then I would look at this and I would look for higher numbers and a higher number of the pitcher. And then this is also something I built, well, included, where the pitcher is back from an injury list. And I did that because I had a pitcher to get 6 strikeouts and they ended up with one. And they got that one in like the 7th inning. And it was because they was back from an injury. So yeah. So Zach Neto and Peraza should get struck out today because their numbers are high. Red. Yeah, and then the visuals is just show you what's happening, who's due up. I built this not just to look at what's happening, but I wanted the model to predict the outcome of the next batter in regards to the batters that have appeared. But I don't think Claude understood what I wanted and just built me a visual. Because some of the best odds come from the in-play plate appearance bets. So yeah, and then I've got the themes, which is just light, grey, and then dark. So yeah, that's about it. So like I said, if anybody who has very, very good knowledge with baseball in regards to playing it, what else I need to look at, what else I need to include in terms of data and stats, and what is the main thing that goes into predicting a home run, because that's a home run's my focus. What really, if that ain't already covered it, please let me know, and so I can cover it more so with the reads, so I can tell the model, I can tell Claude to look at XYZ to pick the best batters to hit a home run. So yeah, if somebody could do that for me, I'll be very thankful. And as long as YouTube notifies me of your comments, I will be replying and discussing more. But yes, thank you for watching this video. Thank you for listening.